Well, we've already seen the results when B-movie kingpin Roger Corman tries to cash in on both Star Wars and Alien. And with Jurassic Park 5, Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull opening later this year, let's see what happens when he tries to get some of that sweet Jurassic Park money. And if you guessed a whole lot of dinosaur gore, you'd be correct. Carnosaur is a 1993 sci-fi horror movie that, as I mentioned earlier, is usually considered Roger Corman's attempt to cash in on Jurassic Park. But what's notable about this one is that unlike some of the other cash-ins Corman's produced, he didn't wait to make sure Jurassic Park was a hit before making it. As soon as he heard Steven Spielberg was making Jurassic Park, Corman decided to quickly put out his own dinosaur movie, to the point where Carnosaur was actually released about a month before Jurassic Park. Which I guess would make this movie a preemptive cash-in? This actually proved to be a pretty effective strategy, as I can remember this movie getting a decent amount of hype at the time for such a low-budget movie. And it even managed to get a thumbs up from none other than Gene Siskel, although Roger Ebert was a lot less impressed with the movie, naming it the worst film of 1993. And as a reminder, he liked The Happening.
What? No!
So like a lot of Roger Corman cash-in movies, if Jurassic Park was the big, slick, crowd-pleasing dinosaur movie of 1993, Carnosaur is its sleazy exploitation movie cousin. Although if you want to see something really sleazy, you'll have to go with another Jurassic Park cash-in. You know, I just realized if Roger Corman made a movie called Carnosaur today, it'd probably be about some weird half-dinosaur, half-car monster. And I know dinosaurs and birds are related, but these effects seem a little cheap. Also like Jurassic Park, this movie's based off a book, which was actually published several years before Jurassic Park. Damn, too bad Corman didn't make this movie a couple years sooner. Then he could have said Spielberg was trying to cash in on his movie. Come on, movie, do you have to keep showing so much factory farm footage of chickens? You're making me hungry here. After the credits, we open on what appears to be a Legion of Doom meeting. I'm just saying, this guy could be Lex Luthor. Oh, advanced research projects, huh? Yeah, well, they might want to research how to properly light their boardrooms. Man, Coca-Cola really will put their product in anything, won't they? Maybe I should shoot him an email. They're meeting to ask about a famed geneticist named Dr. Tiptree, who is now apparently working for a poultry company to engineer a superior breed of chicken. Huh. I guess the 90s were a rough time for geneticists. Dr. Tiptree is played by Diane Ladd, because if you're gonna cash in on Jurassic Park, might as well cast a relative of one of the stars of that movie. I'm not sure about the health standards at this company, though.
Oh, Jesus Christ, all over me. Sorry.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you sneezed right on me, asshole. That's not the only problem with this company, as by the looks of it, they have been feeding these chickens way too many growth hormones. Oops, my mistake. It actually gave birth to one of the aliens from V. And it wouldn't be a 90s low-budget horror movie without a Clint Howard appearance.
Never seen such nervous chickens.
Maybe they're nervous because they're scared you're going to try and fuck them, Clint. And does everyone who works at this company need a lesson in how to be sanitary? I'm worried that when this guy stops to go to the bathroom, he's gonna wipe his ass with one of the chickens. Thankfully, this movie doesn't take very long to get to the dinosaur killing, although at 10 minutes in, it's still technically behind Jurassic Park. Back in the early 90s, people who couldn't afford HBO were stuck watching the home brain surgery channel.
Better a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
You sure you didn't already have a lobotomy? I mean, you are wearing sunglasses indoors, at night. His drinking time is interrupted when he's forced to tell some kids to get the hell off of my quarry. And take it easy, movie, we're still at the beginning. Save that for the climax. Right now he's got to catch this burglar from a home security commercial.
I can't believe it. It's a lady.
He calls the local sheriff about the trespasser. Not that it matters, since he just ends up passing out right away. Even Jan Michael Vincent would say this guy needs to cut back on the boozing. Right now, I'll bet the sheriff's glad he's in this movie and not Jurassic Park. Otherwise, that'd be him lying on a stretcher.
Maybe, bobcat.
Bobcat?
Yeah, bobcat.
Look, unless it's combined with another animal, Corman's not interested. Well, just because this guy's dead doesn't mean we have to let all this prime meat go to waste. The McRib is coming back soon, after all. Meanwhile, the guard and the sheriff go looking for the people who were trespassing, which can only be the work of damn dirty hippies. Or maybe extras from a 90s music video.
So is she here?
No.
You know, you could probably identify her if you didn't wear those sunglasses all the time. Actually, I think James Douche here might have had another reason for not identifying her.
I wanted to thank you for what you did.
I mean, the way you held me at gunpoint and then almost had me arrested but then didn't, you're my hero.
And you can call me Doc. Everyone else does.
Why's that?
It's because my pay keeps getting docked for drinking on the job. The girl's name is Thrush, presumably because she has a yeast infection in her mouth. These two are really going to be surprised when they find out they're not in a 90s coming-of-age indie drama.
Hey man, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back.
Actually, maybe that is what this movie is. In addition to the gore, this movie also has some valuable scientific info about dinosaurs. For example, raptors go straight for your dick. Remember everyone, if the cars are rockin', don't come a knockin', or else a pissed off dinosaur puppet will disembowel you. Huh. Okay, so that's what dinosaurs sounded like. I will say this, at least this movie depicts raptors as being small, which makes this a lot more accurate than Jurassic Park was. Their only mistake is they actually should have made it look even more like a chicken. Although, it does have other inconsistencies.
What's he saying?
I can't tell. I think he's speaking Spanish.
Why? He was clearly speaking English earlier.
He says it's eating him. I guess he means the pain.
Oh no, they can't understand me. Maybe if I speak German, that'll help. Oh, and here's another interesting fact about dinosaurs. Apparently the raptor is the fucking roadrunner. Tastes just like chicken. And speaking of food...
Is that not the juiciest, sweetest, freshest tasting blueberry pie you've ever tasted?
Yeah, it's great. Why are you sprawled across the table? And come on, movie, you already got Gene Siskel to give you a thumbs up. All the blueberry pie in the world isn't gonna make Ebert change his mind. I'm beginning to think Dr. Tiptree might be up to something nefarious. She tricks this guy into going to a Laser Floyd show, and when it comes to the lasers, they do not fuck around. Oh, and she also has her own Tyrannosaurus Rex. Admittedly, that is pretty evil, but honestly, if I could engineer my own pet Tyrannosaurus, I probably would. Oh right, I forgot there was a plot line about hippies trying to prevent construction from going on here. Stop the pipeline, man! We're not building a pipeline, we're laying the foundation for a new orphanage. Oh, well, we already chained ourselves here, so could you go get us some snacks? Luckily for them, Doc really doesn't give a shit about doing his job. And what is with the backgrounds in this movie? Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, Doc, I heard that kid you found was all carved up like a Christmas turkey.
I heard it was some sort of psycho cannibal job.
You've been watching too many of them Italian zombie flicks.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time a woman said that to me. Meanwhile, the hippies are about to find out that chaining yourself to something in a Roger Corman movie isn't a great idea.
Greetings, Green Brother.
Yeah, you people may love nature, but nature doesn't give a fuck about you. And I think the raptor may have undergone a growth spurt since we last saw it, since its fingers are now as big as this guy's entire torso. As if getting attacked by a dinosaur wasn't bad enough, even one of the stagehands starts harassing them. You know, maybe my dad was right. Maybe I should have finished college instead of becoming an environmental activist. Doc is really upset by all this. He was hoping to kill all these hippies himself. But the most attractive one survived, and that's what's really important. Anyway, time for more dinosaur facts.
But in each successive killing, the wounds have been deeper. Either there's more than one, or else it's growing. Growing real fast.
Yeah, I'll say. At this rate, by the end of the movie, its fingers will be a mile long. Back at Doc's trailer, Thrush discovers that despite his cynical exterior, Doc really has the soul of an artist. Or maybe a serial killer. And ever hear of knocking, asshole? So, is the raptor bulletproof, or is everyone in this movie just a really bad shot? Meanwhile, Doc discovers the poultry company workers and decides to investigate. And fortunately for him, Tiptree has no idea who works for her and just lets him right in. Time to get to the bottom of this mystery.
So you got it too?
Got what?
The fever.
It's true. Back in 1993, everyone had dinosaur fever. And I suppose it's time we had one of these in the movie. You know what? We're 45 minutes in and there wasn't an annoying music sting, so I'll let it slide. Bad news, your eggs seem to be rotten, but on the plus side, at least they came with a prize.
What in creation are you?
I'm the baby! Please kill me! Ugh. The sheriff's not the only one who's surprised. Clint Howard just found out somebody killed the chicken he was about to fuck. And so ends another 90s Clint Howard role. Back at the lab, Tiptree tells Doc about her plan, which involves giving everyone the flu so they'll have to use up all their sick days at the same time. Okay, actually she's engineered a disease which will simultaneously wipe out the human race and repopulate the Earth with dinosaurs. And just how does she plan to do that? By making every woman on Earth dino pregnant, that's how.
Push.
Congratulations! It's an abomination against nature.
So how do you like your eggs? Scrambled or sunny side up?
It's funny because a woman just died a second ago. Doc shouldn't be surprised Tiptree's been making dinosaur eggs. After all, Diane Ladd was in a movie called Embryo, and by the looks of it, she also managed to create the disease from the crazies. So why does Tiptree want to wipe out humanity and replace them with dinosaurs anyway?
The Earth was not made for us. She was made for the dinosaurs. The Earth was scaled to their dimensions. Human beings are ants crawling through their living rooms.
Okay, again, I just want to point out that velociraptors were actually small.
That's really fabulous. Like a great theme park.
And in case you didn't know what this movie was cashing in on, Tiptree's doing all this because she thinks humanity's destroying the world with pollution. I would think designing more efficient solar panels would be more effective than knocking women up with dinosaurs. But at least her disease gives the movie an excuse for more gore. Alright fellas, bust out the cigars and then kill that thing.
Just imagine for a minute a green, fertile planet with peaceful beings.
Oh yeah, these things are real peaceful. Speaking of which, where is that dinosaur? Now you may think it's in poor taste for this movie to imply that the dinosaur ate a dog, but just remember, Spielberg did the same thing. And come on, Sheriff, there's only 20 minutes left. You're so close to surviving this movie. Oh shit, he actually caught the dinosaur. Even Samuel L. Jackson ended up as raptor food in Jurassic Park. Okay, now all he has to do is shoot it again from a safe distance to make sure it's dead and... Oh, you fucking idiot.
I just want some peace and quiet.
You blew it! Oh well, at least he gives me an opportunity to do this.
I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul!
Swallow this.
Even if the dinosaur's dead, what are they going to do about the disease that's infecting people?
Is there a raw viral serum?
What difference does it make? It's too late.
You know as well as I do, if there's a raw viral serum, there's a chance of an antivirus.
Yeah, sure, I knew that. And besides, she's trying to destroy humanity. There's no way she'd make a cure. Oh, she did? Okay, I guess in case of plot convenience, break glass. And don't go through the laser T-Rex tunnel, dummy. Just go out the way you came in. Either Doc is about to get eaten by the T-Rex, or the Who are about to play Won't Get Fooled Again. And hang on a second there, Doc, you can't escape just yet. We built a full-size T-Rex animatronic for this movie, and damn it, we are gonna use it. And hey, might as well knock off Alien 2 while we're at it. Doc manages to escape before the T-Rex finally breaks out of the facility. Hopefully he can get the cure to Thrush in time. Oh, hey, you're a light sleeper. I wasn't gonna go any further, I swear. Given that this was made in the 90s, it figures that the only way the disease can be cured is by injecting somebody with Mountain Dew. The government, on the other hand, has a more direct approach. This is what happens to people who don't have health insurance. Even if you cured Thrush, there's still a T-Rex on the loose. Time for an epic battle between Dinosaur and construction equipment. Doc and Thrush have a lot to choose from, so naturally, they hop in the two smallest things on site. Come on, man, don't use those. Get in a digger. Didn't you see Dinosaurus? As I mentioned earlier, they really did build a full-size T-Rex animatronic for this movie, so it's a little weird that they barely end up using it and instead focus on a much smaller hand puppet T-Rex that doesn't even really match up with the full-size version. Oh well, I guess this way Corman could save money by using some of his grandson's Tonka toys. And I told you should have gotten into something heavier. After Thrush accidentally knocks herself out by not being the lead, I guess, it's up to Doc to kill the T-Rex and get some good shots for the back of the DVD. Oh, wait a minute, I get it now. He used a bobcat to tie into the whole bobcats being dangerous conversation earlier. I mean, he still should have hopped into something bigger, but I get it now.
I hate wildlife.
Yeah, fuck you, T-Rex. No badass closing shot in this movie for you. Alright, so Doc managed to get a cure for the virus, and both of the dinosaurs they could afford to show in this movie are dead. Looks like everything's gonna be okay. Alright, it's sad that they got killed, but if it makes you feel any better, all the alcohol in Doc's body made sure he burned really fast. And no, I didn't do anything to this footage, the credits really are going backwards. Thumbs up from Gene Siskel aside, Carnosaur wasn't exactly loved by critics, and John Brosnan, the author of the book it was based on, called the movie crap, but it was still a moderate success at the box office, making $1.8 million, which may not sound like much, but was still around twice what it cost to make. It even led to a series of sequels, both official and not so official. So, how does this movie stack up to the other two Roger Corman cash-ins I've done on this show? While Galaxy of Terror and Battle Beyond the Stars were definitely low budget, they actually managed to stretch their budgets pretty well, mainly due to having a young James Cameron as a production designer. Carnosaur, on the other hand, feels like a direct-to-video movie. In fact, while doing research for this episode, I was surprised to learn that it even got a theatrical release, as I could have sworn it went straight to video. I mean, that's what it feels like. The whole virus plotline is pretty inventive, and what dinosaur action we do get is appropriately gory, but there really isn't a whole lot of it here. After all, there's only 2 dinosaurs in the entire movie, which I guess is still more than Epic Days of the Dinosaur had, but it is probably the only time you'll get to see a multiple Academy Award nominee give birth to a dinosaur, so it's got that going for it. And since I mentioned sequels, am I going to be talking about those in the future? Did you even need to ask?
What the hell is extraneous organic matter?
That's my wife you're talking about. Strangely orgasmic matter.